You're listening to an Airwave Media podcast.
Recorded in Chicago, Illinois, with your hosts, Ken, Matt, Neal, and Jeff. This is Triviality.
Hello, and welcome to Triviality, the game where a lack of seriousness meets a little bit of knowledge. My name is Neal. I'm sitting next to Jeff and Ken, kind of in an Oreo situation. I'm in the middle. Matt
You're the cream?
I'm the cream.
You're calling your shot now, saying that you're the cream?
I guess I'll call my shot now. I'll do a little Babe Ruth Sandlot thing. Yeah, we'll say that I'm the cream today because I'm literally sandwiched in between both of you. Matt is not here. Matt would be the milk, I think, where we dunk ourselves.
Yeah, but he's not here.
He's not here.
So no thanks to Matt.
So no thanks to Matt, unfortunately. But
we told him it was okay if he missed, but deep down we're resenting him.
Well, that's true. Well, he didn't want to miss for today's guests, but I think he'll regret it, basically.
Oh, he'll regret it.
He'll regret it. But yeah, we're here. We're surviving. We talked about last week there was a snowstorm. The snow has lasted a full week, and we're still snowed in. It may seem like a few hours, but it's been a week.
The magic of podcasting.
The magic of podcasting.
It may seem like a week, if I'm being honest.
That's true. Well, after all that great food we just ate. But anyway, we have some really special guests here today. We're so excited to play with them. We're going to start with our player. And our player, this is the first time they're going to be on. They were going to be on hosting a different game, which will come later in sort of the release schedule. But we're really excited to have him here. Alan, thanks so much for being here today and for being a Patreon supporter.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself. You have a really great story about how you found the podcast, which is like one of the best stories we've heard, about someone listening to the show. So I'd love for you to share it.
So I'm originally from New Orleans, live in LA now. I was actually back in town visiting my son. My son is 15. He's actually in college. Very proud. Story for another day. Maybe one day I'll sell my life rights to it. But so I was back in town, and he and I love the French Quarter. His school's up north Louisiana. So we were walking through the French Quarter, and I popped into this one of my favorite bars. If you ever in New Orleans, it's called Molly's at the Market, and they sell a frozen Irish coffee. It's divine. It's amazing. By the way, 110 days sober here. Just want to give myself props for that.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you. But so we're walking, and I pop in, and I actually run into a gentleman, Sean Bernstein. He was awesome. Like, we just started chatting. Come to find out, that weekend in New Orleans was a trivia con or something.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah. And so he and I are just BSing. And the reason I was in town is to pick my father and my son up, and we were going to drive from New Orleans to Los Angeles. My dad is about 78 at the time. So Sean gave me, this recommendation. We were just kind of chatting. I said I needed something to listen to. Told him I liked another trivia podcast, kind of fell out of favor with it over time. And he mentioned you guys. What was a 7-day, 24-hour road trip? It was, you guys literally broke up the silence, when we just needed something, because we're all three alike and all three very different. It was there because we're also, the like part about us is we all think we know everything. So it was nice to have the question asked and answered so we can all challenge each other. We ran through however many episodes that literally was. And then once I got back in town, I just churned through the catalog. I'm now fully caught up, and it sucks because I don't have you all doing while I'm doing chores or laundry or this or that or working. I have to wait weekly now, but so I thank Sean, and I thank the four of you. I know Matt's not here, but like I said in the email, I'm never in the way of getting somebody money. I'm a CPA, so that's, but hey, thank you, like, genuinely, and sorry to ramble, but you all mean a lot. It was just awesome. And thank you for sending that voicemail to my son. He really appreciated it. I sent you the text message. That's emotion. So that's good. So
thanks so much.
Man,
that's awesome.
Thank y'all.
Yeah, it's an amazing story. And thanks to Sean.
Yeah, and thanks, Sean, for introducing us to Alan, and what a great story. We're so excited to have you here, and today you chose to partner with Ken. Is that right?
Yep, let's run it up, Ken.
Yeah, and your old team was called Table for Seven and a Baby, and we're just post Thanksgiving here when we're recording, and we just had a huge lunch, so we're making it Table for Seven and a Food Baby.
Yeah, and we're just going to kind of jump off of that and just be two grown babies. And if you really want it to be specific, it's the two babies from Nothing But Trouble, directed by Dan Aykroyd.
Oh, sick.
It's terrible. But we need a host, and we have one of our favorite hosts who's usually on once a year, maybe twice a year. Used to do some holiday episodes. Now just stumps us on general knowledge, trivia. An executive producer on Patreon, James Campbell. How are you, James?
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah,
it's
so
good
great
to see you guys again.
You too. Yeah, great to see you. I know we saw each other a little bit in person not too long ago, but great to have you back in the studio for a game. Remind folks a little bit about yourself.
Sadly, you say a little while ago, it was actually like 6 months, 5 months.
Was it? I don't know time anymore. It
was in July.
Was it? Yeah. See,
So,
I don't even know what day it is, to be quite honest with you.
We left our old room that we never left one time to show up in this room.
That's right.
And that's the last.
But no,
nearly 10 years.
It was fun to get together, and Neal got to meet my youngest son, Alex. And we had a lovely chat. That was right as you guys were moving to the new studio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a crazy summer.
So my name is James Campbell. I am an attorney. I practice predominantly in criminal defense, but I do a lot of different things. I live in Kansas, in a small town about half an hour outside of the Kansas City metro area. And this is, I don't know, my 7th or 8th time hosting. I don't know. I got my jacket a while ago. So,
what color jacket are we on, Neal?
Geez. Yeah, that's a good question. It's the felt. The felt.
Mine was bright pink with a unicorn on the back.
Well, we always love having you there, James. And I can't wait to see what you come up with today.
I wore that to the Chaperone pop-up concert in Kansas City recently, and I was a big hit. So sadly, I like Chaperone a lot, but I did not attend that concert. But apparently they had an incredible crowd. So
I would imagine. Very popular.
Well, we're excited to have you here today because not only are we going to have a great episode for everyone at home, we're going to hear the rules in 1 second here, but also we just wanted to shore up our taxes, our accounting, and then also just in case one of us punches someone in the middle of the street and needs criminal defense. So we're good. I think we're all covered.
Are you planning on punching someone in the middle of the street? Don't answer that.
Oh, that's true. If we win a settlement, yeah, maybe I'll get punched. We'll get the settlement, and then we'll also charge them with a crime.
I'll punch you, Neal.
Okay. Can we? Yeah, maybe we'll do that. It's like Ken punches me. We get a settlement. We split the settlement.
Where do you think the settlement's going to come from?
James will
It's
figure
all
it
a
out.
write-off.
I don't know.
Regardless, it's all a write-off.
You can't just.
It's all a write-off. You're right. It's a write-off.
The first day of law school. The first day of law school, they teach you never, 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 ever sue poor people.
Oh,
so
yeah.
You've got to find somebody more wealthy to punch
don't
you.
sue me.
Okay. Well, yeah, don't sue me. So we'll go to the town over here that we know of. We won't mention it, but we'll just go get punched by one of them. We'll be fine. But anyway, let's throw it to the rules, and we'll get right to James' game that we're excited to play.
The rules of the game are simple. 20 questions split into 2 rounds worth 10 points apiece. At halftime, there'll be a special swing round designed by this week's host. After regulation, players will enter the final round with the points that they've accumulated and will have a chance to wager 0 to 30 points on 5 categorized questions. At the end of the game, someone will be named the cream of the crop.
The cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
Now we know the rules. Let's have it, James.
All right. So again, this is going to be just general. There's no theme or anything to it, just some general questions. Question number 1. The 1970s were not particularly woke time, to use a slang word from today. An attractive woman, for instance, might be referred to as what type of structure? It was also the song. There was also a song by the Commodores in 1977 by the same name that reached as high as number 5 on the Billboard charts.
You're good, Jeff?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I know you use this term all the time.
No.
How dare you, really?
We're locked in.
Alan,
How dare you besmirch my name?
You looked pretty confident as well.
Yeah, and only just recently did I learn what the full phrase of that term is. There's a S word in the middle of the B and the H, and I don't know where that comes in, but I believe the song would be a Brick House.
I'm feeling a brick house.
Brick House is correct. Points for both sides.
Nice.
Started off with an easy one. Question number 2. 1970s men's fashion was epitomized by a shirt-like jacket and matching pants normally made of polyester. The predominant colors were generally floral, with powder blue and lime green among the most popular. The jacket often had white seams to contrast against the solid colors. What was the name given to this fashion abomination?
Is that right?
Could be.
I'm sure it's a much more interesting name, but I just know when I think of suits that look that way that are an abomination, you know, in costume and whatnot, someone's like, oh, I'm wearing one of those.
Could I pair it with a cravat?
I mean, you could pair it with anything. It's so bad, I don't think it's going to help. So,
Okay. I was curious.
should we just go with that?
Let's lock in.
You know what it's making me think of? We'll lock
Yeah,
it
we
in.
know. We always know what it's.
Okay, we're
Neal,
going to lock
Neal,
in.
you are the easiest
So
person to
I'm-
read.
I'm thinking Neal wrote leisure suit, and he's right now writing leisure suit Larry on his board, and that's why Jeff's upset. Is that something that you'd like to go with? Leisure suit?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I had was velour the whole time, but I know that's a material, so leisure suit. And once you said it, of course, every trigger of like Larry so came in. So let's run with it.
Every suit I wear is a leisure suit, as long as I'm lazing around.
Leisure suit is in fact correct.
Nice.
Those were big when I was a kid, and I had one. They were made of polyester, and they were basically indestructible. But if you got near heat, they like melted like
Oh, no.
plastic. And of course, in the 70s, like everyone smoked. So you would have these guys, and since they never wore out, my dad was a funeral director. So even into like the mid to late 80s, when these farmers would come to funerals, they would have these leisure suits that they still wore.
Wow.
So it was an emblematic part of my childhood.
No more leisure time
All
than resting, I guess.
That's right.
Yeah.
Maybe for a Patreon bonus, we'll play Leisure Suit Larry on a stream, and you can watch
I don't
us.
think so.
I don't think that's gonna because I don't even want to imagine what
That's
the
not
game
going to
is
happen,
like.
Neal.
Yeah, I'll just play it by myself as I used to do.
You're going to have to put an E on that one.
For everybody.
All right. Question number 3. Do you believe in miracles? Is the iconic call of Al Michaels when the U.S. defeated the Soviet Union in hockey at the 1980 Olympic Games. However, that was not the gold medal game. It was the semifinals. Who did the U.S. team defeat to win the gold?
I always forget this fact. I'm just writing a couple names down. It could be I could be fogged by Mighty Ducks though. Is what I'm a little worried about.
I don't think it was Team Iceland, I'll tell you that.
I have a Colin Cowherd Slumdog Millionaire version of why it's right.
Okay. So we're locked in.
Okay, so they're locked in.
Was this the Swedish team?
Yeah, it's like Sweden, Norway. I wanted to say Canada, but this might be one of the years they don't go pretty far. But Sweden, yeah.
That's the one that comes to mind for me for some reason.
I'll go with you because this is one of those facts that I haven't picked up yet. Like I'm really confused, as I said, by Mighty Ducks. So I was thinking like Iceland, which I know it's not in Norway, but let's just go with Sweden.
I was thinking Sweden as well, but Alan, tell us about your Slumdog moment.
So my Slumdog is Canada, so I'm glad we're not locked in with it because I can be swung to Sweden, but this was in like 2006. I called into ESPN national radio, and it was like, what moment would you want to have been there for? It was a Colin Cowherd show, and I somehow got on, and I was like, I wanted to be at the Reggie Bush Fresno State run. I was a big Reggie Bush fan, and he's like, okay, and then he's saying something else, and he's like, what about in the past? And I was like, the 1988 Olympics. I made it up, right, of the with the Al Michaels call. And he went off, and he's like, do you mean the 84? And I was like, whoa, I'm just a random kid answering a question. But I could have sworn he said Canada, but since that was Colin Cowherd, I'm not a fan of him. Let's go with Sweden and ride it out.
Are you sure?
Yeah, hey, we're here for the win, and so if they get it wrong, we get it wrong. Let's call it.
All right, Sweden.
Sweden won the bronze that year. They were on the other side of the bracket, and they beat the Soviet Union right after the U.S. and got the bronze. The team they played was Finland.
Oh, okay. I knew it was Scandinavia. I just couldn't figure out which one.
And it was
everybody was
1980, to clarify. So it was the 80 Olympics in Lake Placid.
Well, James, you and Colin Cowherd have something in common. You corrected me on it.
I am actually a big Colin Cowherd fan. I got to meet him once, so and he's in Chicago now.
Oh, that's right. I thought he was. Okay.
Yeah. All right, question number 4. In 2001, Apple launched the iPod, immediately changing how we listen to music. What was the name of the Microsoft music player, which was released in 2006, aimed at challenging the iPod? Hint, it didn't.
Did not.
Yeah, I know this for sure because our friend refused to get the Apple version and talked about how
We all had a friend like that.
Yeah, my brother actually was with that too.
We all had a friend who thought this was the superior product, and maybe they were right. I don't know.
It did not stand the test of time.
Mine worked.
Yeah,
just fine. So
we're locked in. So,
Alan, we're saying Zune.
Yeah, I was certainly that friend and still am that friend.
Still pro Zune.
Still got the Zune.
Yes.
The big brick in your pocket.
He just really wanted to squirt at other people.
Yeah, we also said it's Zune. I remember a friend getting a protective
Am I wrong?
case.
Isn't that what the music sharing feature was called?
Yeah.
What was it called? Squirt? I don't remember that.
Horrible.
Zune is correct. Points for both teams. So you guys are doing the same.
Go to LimeWire, get your Metallica songs, put it on Zune. Yeah.
Tenacious D was my big LimeWire fan for some reason.
Oh, that's a great one.
All right. Question number 5. In 2001, Mattel created what doll to compete with Barbie? The inclusive dolls featured large heads, big lips, and trendy fashions. The dolls were particularly popular with tweens and grossed over $2 billion in sales over the first 5 years.
Neal,
and I'm sure all of you played with dolls in the early 2000s. So good luck.
No, I was playing with them in the early 90s, but
you were playing with the Google dolls.
Well, no, I had Cabbage Patch dolls when I was a kid.
I had Cabbage Patch as well.
Jeff was 15, 16, playing with dolls.
Yeah,
playing with his dolly. Play with your dolly, Jeff. That's fine.
Where's Jeff? It's a tea party.
I like your answer, Neal.
I like it.
Shopping the other day, some early Christmas shopping, and walked through the toy aisle and didn't realize they were still making these.
Well, yeah. Now instead of the lips being homegrown, they're all with collagen.
Yeah, so. they're all with filler.
Yeah. We're locked in.
What are you thinking there, Alan?
I jumped to Bratz, but is that too early? I know there was another big one somewhere in there in that era too.
No, I think Bratz is a great answer, and that's what I was thinking too. So let's go with that.
Not overthink it.
You guys?
Oh yeah, we said Bratz as well.
Bratz is correct. Points for both teams.
After the first 5 questions, Alan said it was going to be a hard game back and forth, and he was right. It is tied at 40-40, so very equal game today.
So the second half of the first half, or the second quarter, I guess we'll call it. Question number 6. In 1991, what Disney movie became the first animated movie to ever be nominated for the Academy Award for Best Picture? It was the only animated movie to be nominated until the field for Best Picture was expanded from 5 to 10 in 2009.
I agree.
We're locked in.
It's one of my absolute favorites.
All right, Alan, my gut says Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, I was trying to do the order in my head. Beauty and the Beast would have been after Sleeping Beauty, right?
Oh, yeah, I think Sleeping Beauty was quite old.
Good. Okay.
59 or 60?
Oh,
61.
dang, really? Okay, see, I grew up with my older sister, so I just followed their chronological order. So, yes, Beauty and the Beast.
All right, let's go with that.
Yeah, we agree. Beauty and the Beast, 91.
Beauty and the Beast is correct. I believe Snow White was in the 40s, so yes, it was a little ways after that.
My original thought was correct, 1959.
For Sleeping Beauty?
Yes.
Oh, Sleeping Beauty. I was thinking Snow White.
Snow
when
White
was Snow White?
30... Do you remember what year? Was
39.
39?
Was it?
38, 39.
So was it the same year as like Gone with the Wind and The Wizard of Oz?
Might have been a year before.
Was it 37
Wizard
maybe?
of Oz was
37.
34.
37.
Yeah.
Wizard of Oz and Gone with the Wind are 39.
Yep.
39.
Yeah.
I was going to say if Snow White came out that same year, that's a pretty good year.
That is a very good year.
All right, question number 7. To follow up on Beauty and the Beast, in 1981, What group released the album Beauty and the Beat? The LP topped the Billboard album chart, the first for an all-female band writing their material and playing their instruments, which remains an achievement yet to be matched.
What year was that?
1981.
81, all-female rock group. All right, we're going to lock in with a guess.
All right, Alan, any ideas off the bat?
What you guys so I don't taint your mind thinking?
Maybe the Runaways?
Ooh, okay. Because I was going maybe with the single, and then the group was either Joan Jett and the Black Hearts or Hearts, but I feel like that's a weird time for Heart. So I do like the Runaways. The rock part was kind of getting me though, a little caught up. If I heard rock correctly, but
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool. I don't have anything better, so Runaways.
All right, we'll go with that.
Yeah, we had a very similar conversation. Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. Jeff wrote down the Bangles, which was a great poll as well. But we were just trying to think early, all female rock group, and we know the Runaways were pretty famous, so we said the Runaways as well.
Yeah, they were very big. They were a little earlier than that. Ooh. By 81, they had broken up, and Joan Jett was with the Blackhearts, who had male members, and probably never got an album to number one. This was the Go-Go's.
Oh,
damn.
We got the beat.
We got the
Everybody stand up, and we got the beat.
Yeah.
So no points on that one. I really thought that would be a toss-up between people going back and forth between the Bangles and the Go-Go's, but that was their time frame
for sure. And
yeah, but they never made it to number one with an album.
Shame.
Oh.
So they had a lot of number one singles, but never an album. Question number 8. In 1996, David Foster Wallace wrote a sprawling encyclopedic novel following a family in a future world where the United States, Canada, and Mexico are a unified North American superstate. What is the name of this novel inspired by a line from Shakespeare?
Yep. This is a book I tell people I've read when I'm at pretentious parties. Mm-hmm. Fortunately, that doesn't happen very often.
Have you read it, though, or you just say you read it?
Hell no. I do like David Foster Wallace. Like I've read some of his shorter stuff, like pieces he's written, and his philosophies of some things are particularly interesting to me. But no, I haven't read this book. I'm probably never going to read this book, but I know what the name of it is.
I don't know what he looks like because all I can picture is Jason Segel from the trailer of that movie he was in with Jesse Eisenberg.
Yep,
He looks like that.
That's not too far off. So
Okay.
just long hair, glasses, and a bandana.
Okay, so like Brett Michaels but with glasses.
Yes, like a dorky Brett Michaels. I like this.
Okay.
Any ideas, Alan? I think I know it.
Yeah, if you know it, I can just use a chance to plug my son of I called him to kind of get a little rundown. He's in American Lit and different, and I was like, Nick, give me the last 5 books you read. The first one he named was I Have No Mouth and Therefore I Must Scream, and I started reading the synopsis, and I was like, okay, I think we're good at stopping at 1. So
let's
for those who have ever read it, but yeah, let's go with what you got.
This is probably a similar title, Infinite Jest.
We agree. We said Infinite Jest.
Yes, and Neal, do you know where it comes from?
Infinite Jests.
Shakespeare.
Midsummer, or let me think. Infinite Jests, or
More
Tempest?
famous.
Oh, Hamlet.
Yep, it's alas, poor Yorick. I knew him, Horatio, a man of infinite jest.
Oh, that's right. We should do a Hamlet episode here because we do have that skull of the 5th member who never made it to air in the other room.
And I will up Jeff by 1. I own the book and started reading it, but I will never finish it.
That's me in the Satanic Verses. But to be fair, I was desperately hoping that it would be less dense than the other Salman Rushdie books I've read, and unfortunately, it was not. So that'll be the DNF on my shelf for probably the longest time.
All right, question 9. In 1995, Klaus Tuber created a board game where players obtain resources of various types by dice rolls and try to obtain victory points by using those resources to build roads, towns, and cities. What is the name of this game, which won numerous awards and prizes, including Game of the Year.
Klaus has also made other games that I'm a fan of, but we're good, Neal.
Okay.
Alan, thinking Settlers?
Yeah, exactly. We got to go with it.
Settlers of Catan.
A game that I am quite fond of. We said Settlers of Catan.
I also a big fan. Settlers of Catan is in fact correct. It's hard to believe that came out in 95, but I guess I played it with my kids when they were in high school. So,
well, and I think there was a bit of a cultural moment, I think, with Settlers that came probably 10 years, 15 years later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You were either a
Yeah.
Settlers kid or a Windows 95 kid.
I was a Windows 95 kid.
Okay.
all right, final question of the first round. Question 10. The Untouchables is a 1987 movie about the battles between the government and organized crime during Prohibition in Chicago. The star-studded film features Kevin Costner, Robert De Niro, Andy Garcia, and Charles Martin Smith. However, none of those actors won an Oscar for the role. Who was the actor who won Best Supporting Actor for his part in the movie?
We are locked in.
Not surprised.
Untouchables.
Is this the one with the
actor.
staircase scene?
It is the staircase referencing Battleship Potemkin, shot at Union Station, Chicago.
That's
So
what I
if you want, I can go push you down the stairs. You can reenact it.
Nice. Let's do it.
Yeah.
This is about the only thing I can name on that one. Or Elliot Ness. I can name the guy, I guess.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Maybe Sean Connery?
Would that not have been too much of a thick accent for them to use, unless they were trying to go exaggerated on some accents, maybe?
I'm pretty sure he was in there.
If he was in there, I got nothing better than I'm
Let's
just
go
playing
Sean
devil's
Connery.
advocate.
Losers always.
Mandy
we said
Patinkin?
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery is correct. He played an Irish cop.
Yep.
And nobody got pushed
There
down
you
the
go.
stairs.
Okay.
It was the baby carriage that started sliding down the stairs.
Oh no, I know. I was saying I'd push Jeff down so he'd be the baby
I
carriage.
could understand.
Oh, okay.
That way we can
All right.
start the
I really want to get into
circle
character
and-
as the baby carriage.
So after the first half, everybody answered every question basically the same way. So it is 80-80 going into the swing round as I tabulate it. Do you agree, Neal?
I agree, 80-80. Before we get to the swing round, just wanted to say thank you to our patrons, including the ones that are in the studio today, James and Alan. Alan gave such a nice speech here in the beginning just about supporting us, which was really nice and sweet. And we appreciate everyone who takes time out to support us, not only time, but also money to help the show continue to grow. We have a new studio here, which has been great that we've been building up and able to put out all this extra content, hours and hours of extra content where we get to host and hang out and play games together, which is always fun. So if you'd like to support the show, get all that extra content, but really the most important thing is it's helping us out, in order to give you the free show each week that we haven't been able to miss in 9 years or so, but also gives us the energy and the passion to keep making all the great content that we love making for you. So go to patreon.com/trivialitypodcast. If you'd like to join for as little as $5 a month, I was going to say day, but I caught myself, $5 a month, and help support the show.
All right, let's jump into the swing round. What do you have for us today?
The swing round today is travel titles. So we're going to be asking a whole bunch of really bizarre questions about locations. So 10 questions, 5 points apiece. Question number 1, where is the Pink Pony Club? Question 2, Smoke on the Water by Deep Purple was about a real-life fire in what European country? 3, in Eat, Pray, Love, what are the 3 countries the protagonist visits? 4, Love in the Time of Cholera is set in what South American country? 5, Mamma Mia the Musical is set in what European country? 6, what city is the setting for the musical Hairspray? 7, Monk was a TV show starring Tony Shalhoub. In what city was the show set? 8, Murder, She Wrote ran from 1984 to 1996 and featured an incredible amount of murders in a small town in what U.S. state? 9. Defenestration is an incredibly specific term for throwing someone out of a window. Most people know the term because of 3 incidents that took place in what city? And 10. Sherlock Holmes has his final battle with his archenemy, Professor Moriarty, at Reichenbach Falls. In what country were the falls located at the time of the novel?
All right. We have all of our questions. We'll be back with our answers. And we're back, ready to find out if we're right about the swing round answers. Let's go ahead and get these brief descriptions one more time, and we'll see how we did.
All right. The first one was, where is the Pink Pony Club table for 7? What did you get?
We said L.A., but more specifically, Alan.
West Hollywood, please.
Did you know this one, Ken?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah, we said it. West Hollywood. Yep.
Yeah, I wouldn't have accepted LA. It had to be West Hollywood. All right. Question number 2. Smoke on the Water by Deep Purple was about a real life fire in what European country? 2 grown babies. What did you get?
Oh, you want a country for this one?
Yeah.
Oh, in that case, we'll say Switzerland.
Yeah, we know that it was on the Lake Geneva shoreline, so we assumed it was in Geneva, Switzerland. So we said Switzerland.
That is, in fact, correct. The first line of the song is, we all came out to Montreuil on the Lake Geneva shoreline. So it was Switzerland, correct? Question 3, Eat, Pray, Love. What are the 3 countries?
We're going with the triple I, Italy, India, and Indonesia.
We agree. We said Italy, Indonesia, and India. India, Italy, and Indonesia. There we go.
Italy, India, and Indonesia are correct. I would have also accepted Bali because that's what it kind of lists, but Indonesia was the country. Next. So question 4, Love in the Time of Cholera. What South American country?
Yeah, I think my gut's running out of ammo here, but we said Venezuela.
We said Colombia.
Oh.
Colombia is, in fact, correct. You were right next door, though.
So far, my gut was paying off, though, on some of these.
All right. Mamma Mia. What European country?
We said Greece.
We said Greece.
Greece is, in fact, where she found her 3 fathers. And Meryl Streep, we found, could not sing. All right. Question number 6. What city is the setting for Hairspray?
We said Baltimore.
Yep. Good morning, Baltimore.
Good morning, Baltimore. That is all correct. And we have also learned that James cannot sing either. Question number 7. Monk was a TV show with Tony Shalhoub. What city?
Go ahead and take this, Alan.
I was tossed up between either like a New England town or a Midwest town. I've never actually seen it. I wish you would have asked about Wings. We went ahead and just threw out New Haven.
Yeah, I knew this was a West Coast show. I always forget if it's Seattle or San Francisco, but I do remember it's filmed in Canada, so it doesn't really matter. But I know Vancouver, yeah. But I know it. I've seen some streetcars, so we said San Francisco.
San Francisco is right, and it was filmed in Vancouver. 8. I'm looking at my spreadsheet. Murder, She Wrote ran from 84 to 96. What small town in the U.S. had an incredibly high murder rate for those years?
You wanted a state for this one, correct?
State, yes.
Okay, we said Maine.
Yep, pretty sure it's Maine. I think of Stephen King murder and Jessica Fletcher murder. So
Maine is correct. Points for both sides. Number 9, defenestration, the term for throwing someone out a window because of 3 incidents that took place in what city?
We said Prague.
We agree. Prague.
Yeah, the 3 defenestrations of Prague. So if you ever go to Prague, apparently don't stand next to the windows. And finally, Sherlock Holmes has his final battle with his archenemy Moriarty at Reichenbach Falls. In what country were the falls located at the time?
We said Austria.
This one really confuses because I know from the book, they're sort of like by the Bernese Oberland area of Switzerland, the Moringen, I think. I can't remember exactly, but
And if it's said about the time of Sherlock Holmes, I feel like Switzerland's been Switzerland for like at least 200 years.
yeah, I was almost positive it was Switzerland, but I don't know if I missed the clue, and maybe there's an extra clue here that I'm missing, but that's what we went with.
Switzerland is correct. I was just being kind of a
Oh, okay. I was like
on
all
that.
worried. I was like, I know it's Switzerland.
Got 'em.
It's all in that area. That was a red herring. I just threw that in there. So
But it was
I
you're just like
apologize.
Conan Doyle there, throwing red herrings.
I'm like, what,
Yeah.
like kingdom of crap?
I
Was I was like,
yeah,
what is he looking for here? I'm so out of my element.
I think I even
All
shut
right.
Ken down because I was like, no, it was what used to be. So dang.
All right. So I have table for 7 and a baby with 35 in that round.
Yep.
And 2 grown babies went 10 for 10 for 50 points.
I have that as well. After the swing round, table for 7 and a food baby picking up 35 points, bring their total to 115. In our first separation of the game, 2 grown babies from Nothing But Trouble, directed by Dan Aykroyd, pick up 50 points, bring our total to 130. So 15.
Well done in that round.
Yes, 15 points. So it's still anybody's game though. We're close.
This is question 1 of round 2. I thought, I could tie my locale with yours. A year after the Royals broke a 20-year drought and won the World Series in 2015, the Cubs broke a 108-year drought when they won in 2016. Who was the only player who started for both of those clubs? Somewhere Matt is feeling chills because he would know this like off the top of his head.
All right, these guys are kind of taking a guess. You have any ideas?
I know just enough sports to be sports bro when I need to be sports bro. Ben Zobrist is coming to my mind only because, and we're gonna go with it based on that face. Heck yeah! Thank you, Neil. Great director, not the greatest actor. Yeah, so let's rock with Ben Zobrist then. Just I got nothing better if it's not. So
And you guys just kind of came up blank?
Yeah, we came up blank. We were going through the alphabet, and then we magically heard the name somewhere in the ether, and we said, "Oh, we already locked in." So yeah.
Ben Zobrist is the man of the hour.
Mhm.
So
poll.
points for table for 7, and so we're back to a 5-point game. Question 2. The most interesting man in the world came to prominence in the 2010s and made such claims as he can speak French in Russian. He can kill 2 stones with 1 bird. Sharks have a week dedicated to him, and even his enemies list him as their emergency contact. For what company was the most interesting man in the world a spokesman?
I got it.
Yeah, we're locked in.
Are you writing something? Oh, you're just writing the logo. Yeah. You can take it, Jeff. We got it.
Okay. We said Dos Equis because even though I don't always drink, when I do, I drink Dos Equis.
Dos Equis.
Dos Equis es correcto. Question number 3. What term originated in Vine in 2014 describes something perfectly well done, especially eyebrows? The Oxford Language website defines the term as, quote, extremely good, attractive, or stylish, end of quotation.
I think I know what he's talking about. I'm not 100%, but
if you want to lock in, I unless you're like only at 60%, I could maybe. I wasn't much of a Vine.
I'm probably
person.
more than 60%.
All right, yeah, let's give them time to kind of talk out loud.
When I heard that it was Vine, I got really excited because I was hoping it was Free Shavakadu, but it was not.
And you said it was. Did you say it was a phrase or a word?
It is a phrase.
Okay. So yeah, maybe you're correct then. So we were writing some things down, and you wrote down what?
On fleek?
Yeah, that makes sense. On fleek meaning cool or whatever, like James said. I didn't know the eyebrow thing, but go with it if you want.
Yeah, when I've heard it used, it's usually about eyebrows. So we said on fleek.
On fleek is the term. Well done.
I feel very old for both knowing that and saying it.
And knowing that it's already rotated out of the lexicon.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Question number 4. This is a 90s slang term for over-the-top praise or something really impressive. What is this phrase that might also be used to describe a combo meal at Subway?
I have an idea just because of the Subway clue, but I'm trying to remember my '90s pop culture.
Well,
lexicon.
go ahead and lock in for yourself, and we'll let these guys talk.
These days, you would say you're glazing someone, right?
Yeah, glazing, gassing up. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't eaten at Subway in a really long time, so that clue doesn't help me. I was thinking of tubular, but that's more Ninja Turtles, and I don't.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the sandwich is tubular, but the combo meal is probably not tubular.
And I'm assuming tubular is surfing because you go through the tube.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, I really don't. I'm 90s.
What do chips in a drink? All that in a bag of chips.
Ah, yes, I like it. All right, that's what we're locking in with.
What'd you have there, Alan?
Well, if it was term like single word, I was gonna say bagged, and that's why because those combos are bagged. But if it's phrased, then all that in a bag of chips.
All right.
That is the phrase, all
Nice.
that and a bag of chips. So, good pull.
This is a hard fought battle here, back and forth. It's only 5 points now separating us. I know we're not at the score thing here, but I'm just thinking about it.
Yeah,
It's,
shut up.
It's a
Wait for your turn.
punch for punch here.
All right, question number 5. Someone who was trying to pretend they were something they weren't were called what in the 80s? Hint, the Spice Girls used it as a song title a decade later.
Okay, we're locked in.
We're gonna go with wannabe, Alan.
Gotta be wannabe.
Be gone, wannabe. Be gone.
Zigga zigga ah, it is wannabe. So that song will be in my head for the rest of the day.
Nothing wrong with that.
All right.
Now's your turn, Neal.
All right. After the first half of the second round, it looks like Two Grown Babies picking up 40 points, bringing our total to 170. But just 5 points behind us, very close game, are 7 people and a baby. Food baby, that is.
Tail for 7.
I was trying to see if you'd correct me. I was waiting. Table for 7 and a food baby, picking up 50 points at a perfect round. So they're at 165, right on our heels.
So we're into the home stretch. Question number 6 of the second round. In December of 2010, a Tunisian street vendor set himself on fire to protest police harassment and a lack of economic opportunity in the country. That one act triggered demonstrations not only in Tunisia, but in Egypt, Libya, Yemen, and Syria, among other countries, toppling regimes and causing civil wars. What was the name given to this movement that changed the governments and gave greater power to the populations across North Africa and around the Middle East?
We're locked in.
Okay. Alan, anything jumping out at you right away?
No, I was making that face because literally my son was just telling me he was reading about this. And for those with kids, excuse me, son, for when you listen to this, but sometimes whether they're talking about the anime show Hellsing that I just got the full briefing for this morning, or this very
Some of the
important
details
historical
get
fact,
lost.
it all blends
I'm
together.
thinking
so I
maybe
got-
Arab Spring. Does that sound right?
Okay.
That's what I think it is. We said Arab Spring.
It was the Arab Spring. That was a big uprising in the 2010s. Question 7. 2 of the best-selling memoirs of the 2010s were written by a husband and wife. She wrote Becoming. He wrote A Promised Land. Who were the power couple who wrote those books?
We're locked in.
The Obamas, Alan?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mr. and Mrs. Yeah.
We agree. We said the Obamas.
Did you see he did the Key and Peele thing the other day? It was great.
Yes, it was. That was really good.
That was very, very good, and it was Michelle and Barack Obama. Very good. Points for both sides. Question number 8. Ooh, if you both get this one right, I'll be really impressed. 2017 saw Kristen Visbell create a bronze statue of a little girl facing Wall Street's charging bull. Intended to send a message about workplace gender diversity and encourage companies to recruit women to their boards, the plaque below the statue states, "Know the power of women in leadership. She makes a difference." What is the name of this inspiring work of art?
I have no
Mr.
idea what
New
this
York.
would be called. It would be a pure guess from me, Alan. So if you want to...
No, I was trying to just think if it would be as direct as like Susie against the bull or something.
Yeah,
but
let's
I'm
say
coming
that.
up with
Susie
nothing.
versus the bull.
I can't remember. Yeah, like I said, I've seen it in person. It's really cool, and I don't know if it's like a play on words where it's like a, it's like human or something. Like it encompasses everyone, and it's not just a name. But I think it is a name. But I don't know. You don't have an idea.
Nope. I know I've seen a photo of it, but
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, I guess we'll have to just give a name. What do you think, Jane?
That was a hard one. It's called The Fearless Girl.
Fearless. Yes.
All right, so we're gonna go from something real serious to something really not. This is a before and after. So question number 9. Jack Black is fired from his band and poses as a substitute music teacher to get his students to win a battle of the bands so he can pay his rent with the winnings. One of the songs, a cover of a Clash tune, is not liked by Sharif. In fact, he doesn't believe it is kosher.
Yep, we're locked in.
We think this is Jack Black and the Mike White, Richard Linklater film School of Rock, and then Rock the Casbah. So we'll say School of Rock the Casbah.
That's what I had as well.
And that is correct. School of Rock the Casbah.
I can never pronounce it without hearing it as Casbah.
Says it's not kosher. I got to quit singing. I'm really bad at it. But all right, it did get that other song out of my head, so I'm happy with that.
There you go.
The last question of round 2. Apparently, more babies are conceived during the winter, so this zodiac sign is the least common among the population in the United States. Although fewer in number, Chris Christopherson considered Jesus in their ranks.
I am literally not single, so I don't have to learn zodiac signs, James. Come on. I eliminated 5, so I don't know where you're at.
Well, my birthday's coming up. I'm a Sagittarius.
Same here. That's why we're on the same team. Then
So
There you
maybe
Are you a Sagittarius A star or?
with the Jesus
go. The cusp.
with the Jesus reference as well, maybe, Christmas. He would be a Sagittarius too, I guess. So maybe we should just say Sagittarius. Although I feel like December is a popular birth month, but maybe it's
because he was saying that they're conceived in the winter. Oh, I see. So yeah, because I feel like maybe it's confirmation bias of
that's
just
what
being
I
a
was thinking.
Sagittarius.
All right, so let's say Sagittarius.
Well, if you're talking about from a calendar perspective, I believe Sagittarius would still be a fall birthday, right? But
Probably. Yeah. I mean, if we're saying Jesus was born on December 25th,
that would put him in the December
that would make-
21st to January 21st.
right. So he'd be like me. He'd be a Capricorn.
Yeah.
So we said Capricorn.
Capricorn.
I had forgotten Neal's birthday is the first. When I wrote that question, it is Capricorn, which is December 22nd to January 19th.
Something like that.
Chris Christopherson released a song in 1972 called "Jesus Was a Capricorn."
Oh, that would have helped knowing Chris Christopherson's song.
Yeah, well, I put it in there, but yeah, that's what it was. It was a little before your time.
A little bit.
All right, so go ahead.
All right, after regulation, it's only just like last week, 15 points separate both teams. We have Ken and Alan with 195 points, picking up 30 in that last second half there.
Quite a good score.
Yes, very good score. And then over here at Two Grown Babies, we also picked up 40 points, so 10 more. So we're at 210. So 210 to 195. Right before we get to the final round here, just wanted to let everyone know to come join us over at Patreon at patreon.com/Triviality Podcast. As we've talked about it, you can join for as little as $5 a month, get all that bonus audio content, over 100 hours of content basically at this point. But you can also sign up for other perks as well. But really what it's doing is helping support us so that we can make the show that you enjoy. And we hope you've been enjoying it over the past 9 years or so as much as we've enjoyed making it for you. So join us over at patreon.com/Triviality Podcast.
You know what? Sign up with intent to cancel after you get all the bonus content, and then just forget.
It's great. Okay. Your categories, much like the rest, there's no theme or anything. Your categories for the final round are sports, advertising, movies, literature, toys and games.
All right, the wagers are now in. Our team is going all the way in. These guys are leaving 15 points on the table for lit. So Jeff's trying to force a tie, but we'll see what happens.
We are our own worst enemy.
There are no Blink songs in the final round, but good callback. The 5 questions are as follows. In sports, in February 1964, the boxer now known as Muhammad Ali became heavyweight champion of the world for the first time, defeating Sonny Liston. What was his name when he won that title? He changed his name to Ali shortly after the fight. Question 2 in advertising. Mamma Mia, that's a spicy meatball was a famous commercial and has since become a popular meme. What product was the commercial trying to get us to use? Question 3 in movies. Faye Dunaway and Warren Beatty made Oscar history at the 2016 ceremony when they announced La La Land instead of Moonlight as the Best Picture winner. They were asked to present it as it was the 50th anniversary of what movie in which the pair co-starred? Question 4 in literature. In 1969, Kurt Vonnegut Jr. released a landmark anti-war book that is non-linear and semi-biographical. It has elements of science fiction and primarily tells the story of the U.S. firebombing of the city of Dresden, Germany, an event Vonnegut actually lived through. What is the name of this masterpiece? And finally, in toys and games. It was March 1959 when Mattel introduced the world to the Barbie doll, but she hit her stride in the 1960s. Still popular today, she now has her own movie. What is Barbie's full name? First, middle, and last names, please.
All right, we have our questions. We'll be right back and find out who will be today's cream of the crop. And we're back, ready to wrap this game up. Let's get the questions one more time, see how we did.
Question number 1. Essentially, what was Muhammad Ali's name before he changed it to Muhammad Ali?
We went ahead with Cassius Clay. My mama named me Cassius Clay.
We agree, Cassius Clay.
Cassius Clay is correct. 30 points for each side. Question number 2. Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball. What was the famous commercial trying to get us to buy?
We just said ragu.
Well, if we get this right, bubble, bubble, fizz, fizz, oh, what a relief it will be. We said Alka-Seltzer.
Oh.
It is, in fact, Alka-Seltzer. The commercial is about filming a commercial selling Italian meatballs, and the guy eats so many that he gets an upset stomach. So it is Alka-Seltzer.
Nice.
So
Good.
swing on that one. Question 3. Faye Dunaway and Warren Beatty were celebrating the 50th anniversary of what movie when they announced the winner of the Best Oscar?
We said Bonnie and Clyde.
We agree, Bonnie and Clyde. Great Gene Hackman performance.
That is correct. It was Bonnie and Clyde. 30 points for each team. Question 4, 1969 Kurt Vonnegut novel, nonlinear, semi-autobiographical. It had some science fiction. It's all over the place. It tells the firebombing of the U.S. by the city of Dresden. What do you got?
We said Slaughterhouse 5.
We agree. We said Slaughterhouse 5.
Slaughterhouse 5 is correct, and that is a fantastic book. It's different, but I that's one of my all-time favorites. I
was going to say, James, does that make it a classic? Because it's been on my bookshelf. I even stole it from my hometown library about 8 years ago, and I still haven't read it. So by your definition,
that's an easy one to get through, though, Alan. That's an easy one to get through.
I just need to open it up.
No, Vonnegut's very easy to read, and I did just reread it again for probably the 4th or 5th time earlier this year. For years, whenever I would fly, I would buy a Vonnegut novel because they're just so easy to, and usually any trip you're taking, you can read it by the time you get there and get back. And question number 5. In March of 1959, Mattel introduced Barbie. What is her full name, first, middle, and last?
We got a little lost here, but I think we said Barbara Maleficent Sampson.
I wanted to say Maleficent as well, but I think it's Millicent. We said Barbara Millicent Roberts.
Oh, Sampson, I was way off.
That is, in fact, Barbara Millicent Roberts. And so 2 grown babies swept through that round and kind of pulled away at the end.
We did. It looks like after the full game here, table of 7 with a food baby.
Both teams increased their scores.
They did. Table of 7 with a food baby, ending with 215. Great score. And then it looks like 2 grown babies are going to end with 345, making us today's cream of the crop.
The cream rises to the top. Oh, yeah.
Neal called his shot, Ken. How do you feel about that?
Well, Alan, I told you how it was going to go, but I appreciated having you as a teammate, and it was a lot of fun. Thank you for choosing me, despite knowing the risks.
No, it's like I just mentioned at the start of the show, I just got back from Vegas, and we left $2 up just so I could say I've gone to Vegas once and leave on. If everybody did that, they wouldn't have all those buildings in the sky. So hey, positive points is positive points.
That's right.
I flushed away several $100s playing craps that way. I was up the first day when we were there, and that all went back.
Well, we appreciate you being here, Alan. Excited to play your game, and thank you so much for all your support.
Yeah, for anybody out there, just please support these guys. And I'm, like I mentioned, I caught up on all the back catalogs. So my girlfriend makes fun of me because I listen to the Patreon episode when it first comes out, and then I'll have the ad version just to give you all that download. And because it breaks up the continuity of it, so I actually forget some of the answers, and I have that on the background while I'm working. Like, you guys are truly just like a comfort, and I had a great experience finding you all. And so the thing I'll say is, Ken, you made the joke, if set it and forget it kind of, but I'm sure you're doing that with a bunch of other things, even donations that you might have, like a couple of years ago I was still giving to the NRA from when I was 19. So go through your bank account and find that one you don't want to give to and give it to these guys, because it truly just thank you all, and having, it's just awesome. Sorry, not to ramble, but it's just awesome. And then it is the holiday season. So before you give to, I do a lot of nonprofit work with my CPA firm. So before you give to any just, donation center, or either do your research, there's a lot that just admin covers so much. So, or if you want to email me, I can direct you to a lot that give more than 80% of their funding to the cause, not to their admin. So please just be mindful, but hey, anything helps, and whatever you can do. But let's start with these 4 guys first. So
thank you. Thank you for joining us today. It was a real pleasure.
And James, always a pleasure to see you. Any parting words before we let you go today?
Yeah, just a couple, carrying on with that, about those donations you make and forget about. Recently, I actually upped my automatic donation amount to PBS in light of recent events. So if you've got some money to give, right now PBS is a great source for everything they do, from their educational. Ken Burns just came out with another series. So myself, my binge thing lately has been Antiques Roadshow. So just put your money where your heart is. And also, I want to always shout out to I started doing trivia and started writing trivia to host an event for Kansas Legal Services, and I still continue to do that. A lot of the questions from this game came out of the game I wrote for them in October. I host it with who is now the chief judge for the Kansas Court of Appeals, Sarah Warner, my longtime co-host. And we had a huge crowd and raised a lot of money for a very, very good cause. And that's actually what led me to Triviality in the first place. Was I was looking for shows that I could steal content from. And then I wound up starting to create content for them. So it kind of went backwards. But if you ever have an opportunity, and I know all over the country, Legal Services Corporation, and in every state and district, those are attorneys who are devoting their lives to helping the most at need people. And they're doing it at far less than they could be making in the private sector. And if you get a chance, please, please, please go out, support them, encourage them, do whatever you can to help legal services around the country.
James, just to drive that point home, one of the foundations I was a CFO of was the Bar Foundation. We funded legal service corporations in the state of Louisiana. So I literally I had to review some of the casework for some of these grants, along with what these individuals make. Everybody listening, James is not exaggerating. You have 7, 10, 12-year attorneys, which means they're still only in their early 30s dealing with some of the most, lack of a better term, grotesque cases you've ever seen for child cases. And those attorneys stick with that child until they're out of the system, whether it be through adoption or age out. And these individuals make maybe $65,000 a year. So to those who that does sound like a lot, I promise you, for what they are doing, it's not. And that's, I would say, LSCs do not have their admin costs are very, very low given to what they need to do. So that's a beautiful one. Look across your country. Every state, every city, or not every city, excuse me, but every state absolutely has an LSC. Fund it. Please, please, please fund it. Those are literally the individuals that can't represent themselves, whether it be through money or just quite literally they are unable to speak. Please, James, there is not a better cause out there that I have had direct work with. So thank you for mentioning that one.
I have been very involved with Kansas Legal Services for years and years. I served on the state board for 6 years. I was president for 3. It is an absolutely, for those of you who have to attend a lot of meetings and go to a lot of meetings, in the 6 years I was there, we met every quarter, and I never left a meeting and thought that was a waste of time. It was always, I walked out with such a great feeling that we are making a difference in people's lives.
Yeah, very good. Well, thank you guys for saying that. Hope everybody out there can take that to heart as well. And that'll wrap it up. Thank you, too, for joining us today. Also need to thank Airwave Media, our network. Go to airwavemedia.com. Check out Neal's other show, Curated by Chance.
Oh, thank you.
How about that?
Yeah, check it out. We need some new listeners. It'd be fun to have you aboard.
Check out Box of Oddities.
Box of Oddities, great friends. They were on the show.
Yeah. And the Film Vault, future friends, maybe.
Yeah, maybe Joe Dante. We'll get him to talk about Gremlins or something.
And that'll do it for today. Again, for Alan and James and Jeff and Neal. And no thanks to Matt. I'm Ken, and that was Triviality.